turn the 80 more often.
Guess what the guest book is?
I was wondering where it went to.
We gave it to him at lunchtime, and then Lisa stole it back so we could have everyone sign it.
Everybody.
No.
Okay, Erin, please. This is Jessica.
I went to see them.
Oh, golly.
Happy birthday.
You got to sing bass, that's the only
of an idea of what the world was like when Dad was our age. So, Bryn, Selah, you guys want to come up and help us here?
Yeah, I'm Flemming's oldest daughter, 57, and when Dad was my age, it was 1994. The #1 novel was The Chamber by John Grisham. There was no Google, and the internet was only 4 years old, and Apple Computer had just released the first Macintosh computers. Forrest Gump won the Oscar for Best Movie. People actually went to the movies then. They didn't just download them and sit on their couch. The North American Free Trade Agreement was established. The average price of a new home in Canada was $260,000, and a loaf of bread cost 75 cents.
I'm Lisa, and I am Flemming's middle daughter. I am 42. And when Dad was my age, it was 1979. Michael Jackson released his album Off the Wall. ESPN was launched on cable television, and it is now the voice for sports programming worldwide. The USSR invaded Afghanistan. The Voyager 1 spacecraft was launched and sent back photos of Earth to Earth of Jupiter's rings. The game Trivial Pursuit was released. How's that for some trivia? Mork and Mindy, MASH, The Waltons, and Taxi were popular TV shows. The actress Kate Hudson and actor Heath Ledger were both born this year. The average price of a new home in Canada was $70,830, and a loaf of bread cost 50 cents.
I'm Maria, and I'm Flemming's youngest daughter. I'm 39. When Dad was my age, it was 1976. He was getting ready for me to be born. The Apple Computer Company was formed by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Apple is now the largest tech company in the world and has a value of over $700 billion. The CN Tower was completed after 3 years of construction. It was the tallest freestanding structure in the world for the next 34 years. The film Rocky was released and won Oscars for Best Picture, Best Directing, and Best Film Editing. Rod Stewart and Barry Manilow were popular entertainers. The actress Reese Witherspoon was born. The average price of a new home in Canada was $35,000, and a loaf of bread cost 35 cents.
Hello, my name is Selah. I am Flemming's second eldest granddaughter. I'm 21. And when my morpher was my age, it was 1958. NASA was formed and launched the Explorer 1 satellite, which orbited the Earth more than 58,000 times before re-entering the atmosphere in 1970. The Hope Diamond was donated to the Smithsonian. The microchip was invented, which eventually led to the technology much of our modern computers and electronics are based on today. Elvis Presley was inducted into the United States Army. The hula hoop was invented and over 100 million were sold. Candid Camera and The Ed Sullivan Show were popular viewing for those who had television sets. The actress Jamie Lee Curtis and the singer Andrea Bocelli were born. The average price of a new home in Canada was $16,900, and a loaf of bread cost 22 cents.
I am Morfar's second youngest grandson at 15. When he was my age, it was 1952, and fast food restaurants were growing in popularity. The polio outbreak hit over 50,000 families and led to the development of a vaccine which has practically eradicated polio in the Western world. Mr. Potato Head was invented to make vegetables more appealing.
Read it again.
Mr. Potato Head was invented to make vegetables more appealing for children. And it was the first toy ever advertised on television. Over 1 million Mr. Potato Heads were sold in its first year. The first hydrogen bomb was tested by the United States and accelerated the nuclear arms race during the Cold War. Meanwhile, Great Britain tested an atomic bomb. The Diary of Anne Frank was published, and Kentucky Fried Chicken opened its doors. The average price of a new home in Canada was $9,000, and the loaf of bread cost 12 cents.
Is somebody making this up?
My name is, oh my gosh.
Okay, right there.
My name is Hayden. I'm 8 years old. I am Morfar's youngest granddaughter. When Morfar was my age, it was 1945. The United States tried to end World War II by dropping the first atomic bombs in Japan. Japan surrendered in August, and World War II was over. 50 nations signed the United Nations Charter and created the United Nations. A man accidentally discovered that microwaves can heat food, and only 5,000 families owned a TV set. National Velvet was a popular movie, and Animal Farm was published by George Orwell. Actress Bette Midler and actor Steve Martin were both born this year. The average price of a new home in Canada was $4,500.
Yeah.
A loaf of bread cost 11 cents. My name is Erin, and I am 6. I'm Morfar's youngest grandson. When Morfar was my age, it was 1943. The world was in the middle of the war. There was no food, so people were very careful to save as much as it could. A girls' baseball team was made because so many men were away fighting in the war. Thanks.
Frank Sinatra.
Frank
Sinatra.
was a popular singer. Lassie Come Home was a popular movie.
Robert De Niro
Robert De Niro and John Denver were born. A new house cost $3,600. A loaf of bread costs 10 cents.
Dad, tonight, this is your life.
Sir or madam, whoever you are, wherever you are, today is your day, tonight's your night. This is your life.
trendy today too.
I know, yeah. There he is. So here you go, Dad.
We got it.
I have known you for my whole life, I think. So I want to say 24 years. I don't remember all of that, but yeah, let's say 24. One of the funniest things I remember you doing was when we went to a petting zoo when I was younger. And all of a sudden the door opened and this lion or tiger cub was just hanging midair right outside the door. No one could see that you were holding it up, but it was just the weirdest sight. This lion cub just hanging outside the door, and it was actually like one of the funniest things I've ever seen. The last time I saw you would have been this last summer. We went to your place and got to have a good dinner with you and your lovely lady. And yeah, that'd be the last time I saw you, this last summer. One of my favorite things about you is that you are so personal, genuine, and caring to everyone that you come across. It's obvious when you speak to your family, when you're around everyone that you love, but even when you meet new people on the street, you just show how much you care about what they say, that everything that they say matters. And that's a very rare trait, rare thing to find in a lot of different people, that they can make anyone who talks feel like what they say is important. And so that is something I very much admire in you. I can always count on you to be an early riser and possibly also to have grapefruit in the morning for breakfast. One thing that people might not know about you is that you play chess. Maybe not very often or lately, but I do know that you play it. Funny story would be when I was younger, we went to go pick you up at the airport. My sister and I, we ran at you when we saw you coming out of the gate, and we both jumped into your arms at the exact same time, and it actually topped you over onto the floor. And it was quite one of the funniest things I remember, even growing up, was how much we just were so excited to see you, and we ran and jumped into your arms, and it bowled you over, and everyone was looking at you on the floor, but all we could do was laugh together. It is a memory I very much value, honestly, and I love it. What game show would you be best at? I'd probably say Jeopardy, just because they have so many different questions about the world and life and history and random facts. I just feel like you would know them.
My grandson, Jonathan.
All right, that's your guess?
Just a wild one.
And it's me. Hey Marfar, I just wanted to say happy birthday, that I love you so much, I miss you. Birthday wishes to you all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast. And I love you so much. I just wanted to say that you have made such an impact on my life. Even though we haven't spent like the most time together because we've always lived apart. But anytime you've been around me and you come to visit, or I've come to visit you, there's so much that I've learned from you, just the way that you treat others, the way you carry yourself, even the way you walk, the kind personality you have, the bright smile and the welcoming arms and hug that you give to everyone. It's just made an impact in my life, and it's made me want to be more like you, and to make sure that when I grow up, that a lot of the character that I have resembles something of the character that you have. So I love you lots, and wish we were closer to each other, but regardless, our love won't change, and neither will our relationship. So I love you so much, Marfar. Happy birthday, the big one, and I hope it's a blast and that you enjoy all the family there. Love you.
I'll give you 3 clues. We've both lived in the same city. We both love to sing. And we both love a very special woman.
So?
I thought I got more than that.
That's all you get.
I know nothing.
Listen
No.
to the voice.
Did you listen to the voice?
Honestly, I was listening.
All right, well,
Just take a guess.
here you go. I'll take that, Erin.
Okay,
Thanks.
here you go.
Guess who? Hi Flemming, it's Dawn. Happy birthday. I am just so pleased that your family has come together and you have all your special friends with you as well to help you celebrate this day. I just would like you to know how special you are to me and how much I appreciate having you in my life. So Flemming, when we first met, what struck me was your kindness and consideration of heart, that you're a very thoughtful person, always thinking of others, just very generous in the way you are with others. The other thing I really appreciate about you is your sense of adventure in life and your love of laughter. I have so many wonderful memories. One is when Mum and you came over to Salt Spring. We spent a lovely evening on the deck of the cabin that we'd rented. It was just a magical time. You know, the sunset was incredible and the conversation was wonderful. And I believe that was the day that both you and Mum got into a kayak, which was an adventure. That was pretty amazing to watch you be so willing to get in this tiny little kayak and your long langly legs and body, and yet you were willing to give it a go. The other wonderful memory I have of you, Flemming, is when you came out to Purdon Lake in Prince George. Both Mum and you were out. And again, you had both such a sense of adventure. I mean, there was no running water at Purdon Lake. There was no toilet. And yet, you both stayed out for the full, I think it was 4 or 5 nights. And you were just game for anything that was on the agenda. And again, you were out swimming and boating. It was just a lovely fellowship. I wish you a very, very happy day. We're all better for having you in our life, Flemming. I wish you health and happiness. Lots of love.
I have known you for approximately 26 years, which is my whole life. The song that I can remember you singing often was Over the Rainbow, but more often than hearing you sing, I would hear you whistle a lot. You can whistle really, really well. Famous people that I think you might like to meet. Does this person have to be alive? Because if the person could be dead, I would say you would want to meet Albert Einstein because he was obviously super smart and you would probably really want to pick his brain. If the person had to be alive still, then I would say maybe Jerry Lewis or Julie Andrews because of the Sound of Music that she was in. I think that the game show that you would be best at would be Jeopardy because I'm pretty sure you would know almost all of the answers. Something that people may not know about you is that you paint really, really well. The first time that I saw your paintings, my mouth just about dropped to the floor. I was like, you could be famous! One of my most memorable moments with you was when we would get up early in the morning and go for a walk with you to Tim Hortons. That is, if we managed to get up in time. I just really enjoyed walking there, or I guess technically running for me, because at that point in time my legs were very short and yours were very long. It's a really pleasant memory that I have, and I know that I'll always carry with me. One of my favorite things about you is your laugh and your voice. Every time you laugh, I can't help but laugh along. There's just like this quality to your voice that when you talk and when you laugh, it feels like I'm just getting wrapped in this big giant, cozy blanket and makes me feel all safe and warm inside.
Alicia?
Happy birthday, Marfa!
Hi, Alicia.
And I really wish that I could be there to celebrate with you your 80th birthday. But unfortunately I'm not able to, so hopefully these videos will be able to convey just a teensy weensy little bit of how much I love you and miss you. I really hope you have an amazing day and an amazing time with the rest of the family, and I can't wait to see you again. I love you lots. Happy birthday, Morfar! Bye!
Ready for the next one?
Action!
We have known Flemming for over 30 years.
Our earliest memories of Flemming are singing with him in the choir at our church. He had a lovely tenor voice,
Which he joined in with me in singing all our favorite hymns. We remember many fun coffee times together at both of our homes, especially remember the girls putting on Broadway productions for us. What fun that was.
We enjoyed having you stay with us the last 3 days before you left for Victoria.
The last time we saw Flemming was when we had lunch with him in Victoria.
Do you have any idea, Dan?
Well, I have an idea, but I thought they were dead.
Happy 80th
birthday, Flemming. From your Sherwood Park friends, Glenn and Edith.
I haven't been able to get in touch with
Well, now we have all the details.
Sidste gang jeg så Flemming, var da han besøgte vores far i Danmark i 1975. Jeg var 2 år, da Flemming rejste til Canada med sin mor og stedfar. Mit første minde med Flemming var, da vi var på besøg på Kaldø Slotsruin i 1965. Vi mistede kontakten efter 1975. Omkring 1990 skrev jeg til en adresse i Edmonton, men brevet kom retur, ukendt efter adressen. For lidt over 2 år siden fandt min svigersøn ham på internettet, og fandt derefter Lisa på Facebook. Siden har vi mailet sammen, og vi glæder os meget til at besøge jer til sommer. Tillykke med fødselsdagen, Flemming, fra din søster i Danmark.
Hej Flemming. Tillykke med de 80 år. En hilsen fra Galten. Ha' det rigtig godt, Flemming. Hej hej.
1, 2, 3.
Tillykke med fødselsdagen! Hej!
Jørgen,
Yeah.
my half-brother.
Yes. That was Sonia and yours.
I know Sonia, but
Yeah. Okay, so
I
they.
haven't heard from him.
I know, so now he's saying happy birthday.
Now you owe my better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flemming, happy birthday to
Hey!
you.
Happy birthday, Flemming.
80 years, that's pretty amazing. We're sending you greetings from the City of Rocks in New Mexico. You can see the rocks behind us and our camper is right beside us there, so it's a pretty amazing place. Sorry that we can't be there for your party, but we wanted to send you greetings anyway, so here we are. Set up, camped, and hoping that you have an awesome, awesome birthday. 80 years is a huge milestone. John and I both send our love to you and hope that you have a great time. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye. Happy birthday.
And I love you so.
Alright, next one.
Here we go.
Rain to grow your flowers for the first bouquet. But April love can slip right through your fingers. So if she's the one, don't let her run away.
Good fellow, and nobody can deny.
I am completely flabbergasted, surprised, happy, pleased, whatever you can say about it. I'm surprised that so many people want to come and wish me a happy birthday, but now I see that, oh, I do have a lot of friends. Wonderful. I have had nothing but surprises today. And you got to treat me a little gently because, you know, I'm getting there. And this noon, I was having lunch with my two daughters here in Victoria, Lisa and Maria. And they took me out to lunch, and then very sneakily, they sneaked in the third daughter. She had arrived from Alberta, Camrose, as a matter of fact. And I mean, if I had a weak heart, you know, I wouldn't be here tonight, you know, because you could have knocked me over. I was sitting, so it's okay, I was sitting. You could have knocked me over, otherwise with a feather. So thank you for everybody who come and wanted to be part of this. And so many beautiful people. Thank you. I love you all. You're a great bunch. And I just can't believe that I've had this many blessings. And I know there's even people who wanted to be here that are not here for some reason or other. Thank you for being here tonight. I love you all. That's all I have to say.
Flemming Odgaard, protector, good friend of Chic, Denmark's loss, our game.